Hi, this is Cynthia Ortiz. It's December 1st, 2022. These are the Charles Perry Stalker podcasts. I do the disclaimer, use allegedly. Nobody's been found guilty in a court of law yet. Apply the but-for legal standard. But-for Mr. Perry committing one felony after another felony against me every day. We wouldn't document it for court. These are already being used in court. Goes to intent. My intent. Not to be trafficked. I don't agree to be trafficked, Mr. Perry. I've already answered that question, and I'm sick of you asking me. I don't know who the leaks are. I'm not told that. You asked me if it's my kids or my family. Are you calling them and telling them what horrible things you want to do, and you're afraid they're leaking? I told you to stay the fuck away from my family, sir. Don't contact my family. Don't contact me. Fuck off. I'm not told who leaks are, Mr. Perry. Write it down. I've already told you that. I don't know who your leaks are. I don't care. I'm glad to have the information. So, quit asking. I'm not going to be trafficked. I'm not in love with you. You have no real life. You're sitting around on your fat, lazy, perverted ass watching TV pretending that's your life. Doesn't get any more boring than you. Get off your ass and go work. Apply the reasonable, prudent individual standard. We assert our constitutional rights. We also do a disclaimer. This is about sex trafficking and human trafficking. It's going to get graphic. I'm sorry if you have a problem with that. It's the way it is. That's real life. Trafficking of women for sex. Mr. Perry sold me. He's trying to starve me so I'll go to Texas and agree to be trafficked. Literally, he's trying to do that. He has been for over a year. We've documented it and documented it and documented it and documented it. He claims he's not. He claims he's not a peeping Tom. Claims he's not a stalker. Claims he's not hacking. Claims he's not, trafficking. He is. He she can't prove it. Well, the guy was like, she did. She said you guys killed Lucky and framed Mike. She said you guys, that she knew Mike was drugged. And you know how she proved it? She sent an email in March. Depositions weren't taken until May. Confirming that. So I've been really sick, as everybody knows. I've got bronchitis. I get it about every 5 years. And I have since I was 2. So, anyways, so I needed to pay some bills. They're making my door dashing and Uber Eats a struggle all night long, which they do because they hacked me. And so I said, my guys will do what you refuse to do to make sure I have food and shelter when they can at all. So sure enough, they did. So I was able to take a night off and just rest, try to get better. They'll do what you refuse to do. Mr. Perry, our witness says, has trolled women. Right here it is. You made a commitment to Jacqueline to love her, honor her, be committed to her forever. And you have broken that promise. Our witness says that Mr. Perry is a sexually dysfunctional sadist. Mr. Perry said he was abused as a kid, and that turned him weird. We don't care, really. A lot of people are abused and find a way to do something good with it and help other people. They don't hurt people. So you need to get some help, Mr. Perry. And stop bothering everybody else with your problems. So the witness says he trolls women when they're not home. He puts cameras in their home and broadcasts them on the dark web and sells watch time of them and the children. That's child pornography. And then it's kind of advertising. So he's trying to sell the woman. He sold me to some realtor in Houston. He's trying to deliver by starvation. I'll starve her till she has no choice but to do what I'm telling her to do. Be trafficked. Go suck 20 of my buddies' dicks. And if you don't do it right, you'll be eaten out of a dumpster, taking a cold shower, and you won't eat for days. It'll be worse than it is right now, and he's already doing that. I haven't had a warm shower in months. Wherever it is that I am, he'll tell them to turn the hot water off. So I haven't taken a warm shower in months. That's called retaliation, Mr. Perry. Title 18 of the United States Code, 1512, 1513. And there's a lot more of it than that. You're violating, sir. You need to get a better attorney. One that knows how to read the law and interpret it and advise you to stop breaking it. Because he might go to jail with you. We're getting all this stuff for a reason. It's not because we're bored. It's to put you in jail and get a conviction. The more you do it to me, the more we get. But you deprived me of food. And you're trying to deprive me of shelter and my car. And you have been forever. We hear you guys every day. Please take her car away, then she'll like me, then she'll do what I say. Take her car away. Every fucking day. We heard you today. Make sure she can't get cash back today. But it's none of your business. When we got this, Mr. Perry, it wasn't up to you, was it? You can't get even one name of anybody in the Need to Know investigating you that tells me all this stuff. We got like 6, 7 names of people. Monique, who's Monique? Calvin, bald fat Calvin. He's your bitch, isn't he? That's his choice. Sonjay, Blankenship, Desiree, all those people work for you. They're your bitch, right? Ew, I can't imagine. So, I did find out I was trafficked, and I did find out who bought me. So, there's a reason, there's a way, that I'm getting that. There's a way that those cops are getting that from you to me. And the more you piss them off, depriving me of food and shelter and a warm fucking shower, try to punish me or something, try to bully me into something I don't want to do, the more we get, sir. It's always been that way. It will always be that way until your arrest. The more we get, the easier it will be to get a conviction. So the guy's like, she can prove, because she said she knew that Mike was drugged and didn't kill like you did. And then here's how she proved it. She sent an email about it before depositions were taken. Before depositions were taken, she sent an email. Right there. There it is. She can prove what she says, because she said Gene Mitchell was going to make a legal argument that didn't even make sense, and he did. And here's how she can prove it. She texted him and told him, don't do that. What you're about to say, that your client, while drugged, overdosed on opioids and passed out, he was unconscious and in respiratory distress, with his magic gas caused blunt force trauma to the head, strangulation, and internal decapitation. And that's why he doesn't have a mark on him. He did it with his ass while he was asleep. Did all that. I'm texting him, don't say that. Doesn't even make sense. He did it anyway. You must think everybody's as dumb as you are. They're not. But you got an innocent man convicted. You also concealed my testimony. You concealed... I don't know what happened to Chief Ridley and Ty Buttram. They told the news this doesn't make any sense. If he was killed in the line of duty, which he was, that would make sense. But 2 friends, best friends, all of a sudden have a fight and one ends up dead. And the other, not a mark on him. Accused of beating him to death. That doesn't make sense. Why didn't they testify? Did you tell him not to? Did you conceal that material fact too? See, everything's a little weird when you're around. Doesn't add up. So, did you think everybody's as dumb as you? You're sex trafficking. We want her kicked out of her home. But normally we would take these women's money, and then they can't pay the bill. We get them kicked out on that. But since there's a COVID moratorium, we're going to have to do it on smoking. This was on February 9th. This was on the 15th. She did it. And Judge Kirkendall had just told you guys, because you're in her courtroom, pretending you're victims of something. You know, nobody invited you here, Charles, and you've come up here and helped yourself to everything in my life that I care about. And so you're getting your ass kicked every time we quote you. We got Muffin Man. Who's Muffin Man, Charles? It's a nickname. Who's Muffin Man? Who's Monique to you? Who's Calvin? Desiree, Blankenship? Who are those people to you? People, Sonjay, who's that to you? See, I can get names and you can't. I told you they would give me what you refused to give me. Basic rights and needs, food, shelter. And they did. They did, so that I could take one night off and rest. Because I have bronchitis bad. I get it every 5 years or so since I'm 2 years old. Okay, so Judge Kirkendall had just said, leave her alone. It sounds to me like you're bothering her. And you're just getting caught. Leave her alone. Don't give them anything else to catch. And let's see if things don't die down a little. And you guys did this instead. Like, you can't understand what people are saying to you. Your response is always a fail. All of you. David, they think you're as mentally retarded as Charles is. Because again, you too do not respond like you understood the words said, or what it means that we have all this. You act like you don't know. Calvin neither. All three of you, Charles, Calvin, and David, all three of you act like you have no fucking idea what these words mean, or what it means that we have this, what we're doing with it, what it means for you. It means you're going to jail. It means it gets easier by the day to get a conviction. It's piling up. It's going to be very difficult for you to overcome 20 conversations about taking my home, and then you did. About trafficking me, and then you tried. Every day since 2019, taking my car. Take her car, take her car, take her car. Please take her car away. Whiny. Where is it? This is the McNamara email. This is about coercion. I'm going to do a false arrest kidnapper. You want to kidnap me still? And then we're going to coerce her. And you tried. After I sent this email. So the guy's like, of course she can prove it. Look, you keep doing what she says. Exactly. Very specific, detailed information. And you do it exactly that. There it is. Every day since this was sent. In August 2019. Take the last highlighted sentence. It's not legal, but I'm gonna have our car towed and sold before she figures that out. You call up here every day. Please take her car away, then she'll like me. Please, nope. Here's the thing. Our shriek said, Cynthia said exactly what she likes in men. She likes men who make sure she doesn't miss a meal. She likes men who work hard and have something interesting to talk about. Perry won't get off his ass and go work. He watches her all day. She already knows what she did. That's boring. You're fucking boring. Takes everything she cares about. That's not what she said she likes. She likes men who make sure she doesn't miss a meal. He's starving her to death, making her take cold showers. Abusive. Domestic violence. Back in the day, they used to take guys like you behind the shed and beat the fuck out of you. And you didn't have domestic violence then like we have now. You want to beat down women? You got a mommy issue? Your mommy humiliated you? Boo fucking who? They'd beat the hell out of you. Now you feel like what it's like to be on the other side of those fists. You piece of trash. I'll tell you what, you didn't see it then like you see it now. I'm making a point, Matt. Never in my life, Mr. Powell, have I had to explain every little thing I say. Most people are smart and they know what I'm doing. It's a metaphor, analogy, or I'm making a point. Dumb fuck. I get really tired of you twisting my words. And I think they told you that. Didn't Kirkendall tell you that? Don't come in here and twist her words because she'll make you look stupid. Like you're just too dumb to get what she meant. And you are. I lived in I lived in Lubbock for 6 years. All the whole rest, I'm 53. Very short period of time in my life. I hated every day of it. Because you people can't understand what people say. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with you. It's stupid. There's like 6 people I respect in that town. Everybody else is fucked hard. I couldn't stand it. I don't have to explain what I mean. You ought to know. You need to keep up with me. I'm not slowing down for you. I don't have the patience for what I've seen, the dumb fuck out of that town. I lived in Vegas. I worked with surgeons, sir. I worked with elected officials on a federal level. I never had to repeat myself. I never had to explain what I meant. Everybody was smart enough to keep up with me. I'm sorry you're not. But how embarrassing for you. I asked our shrink, why aren't they embarrassed by what they're doing? I would die. I would fucking die. She goes, they don't know there should be. I'm telling you, Mr. Perry, for sure, and David and Calvin are also in question. They are suffering from mental retardation from aging disease. They don't know they should be embarrassed. Well, because they would be if they were smart. If they weren't have some kind of senility. No normal person acts like that. No normal person acts like that. So, when you threaten to starve me and take my car and make it where I can't get cash back and can't pay my bills, you're going to get charged with interfering with commerce and contracts, David. 7 contracts you interfered with intentionally. So, when they have put you in jail and you get those charges, remember, that's what you wanted. You chose it. All you had to do is leave me the fuck alone. That's it. That's it. Don't ask if I'm a cop and then kill a cop and expect me not to Sherlock that bitch like you haven't seen before. It's really not hard. It wasn't a hard one to Sherlock. You can't beat someone to death while you're unconscious. He couldn't. They gave him Narcan and he came to, which means they got the diagnosis right. See, I said it in March. Depots were taken in May. How'd I know? Y'all are under investigation. That's how. What's this one? They're claiming they're being harassed. I don't think so. Wasn't too long when we started figuring out it was the other way around. Is that Lucky? Lucky say that? No injuries on the arrest report. Red swollen right hand. Well, he's got an IV in that hand. But he's accused of beating someone's head back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth so hard it came off his body. That's what internal decapitation is. I don't know how you live with yourself. My son was hit 3 times. Look at his face. He's got injuries. Mike has no injuries. You see anything on him? That's what he's asking right here. How is it possible I did this because I don't have any injuries? I'm a detective, by the way. Don't ask if I'm a cop. You had the Florida State's attorney ask me if I'm a cop. You had Gene Mitchell set me up like you sent me so many emails I couldn't read them all, because you want to make a claim of harassment, and I was like, nope, Gene, you're full of shit. I sent you 5, and all 5 had evidence attached, sir. And then I sent you an email that said I'm not going to bog you down with the emails. There's a whole bunch more. So instead, I'm going to set up a Dropbox for you. And I did. Yeah, you guys, stupid. They got me that. They got me money the other night. I said they'll do what you won't do. Meet my basic rights and needs. Food, shelter. Right? Pay my bills on time. So you owe me $1,000 a day for watching me in the privacy of my home, plus $2,000 a day for doing it without my consent, Mr. Perry. You owe that. That doesn't even include what you've cost me, taking my money, doing things like making fucking DoorDash take all night to make $20. I should make $60 in a couple of hours, easy. You guys know how to manipulate that, so you caused me a lot of time, and I was about to die. I was just like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm sick. I'm having to work. I should be at home in bed right now. And this is just dragging on and on. I need X amount of money. And it's just not happening. Guess what? They got me money. I wrapped it up. I went home and I was able to pay the bill, buy food, and rest. They did what you refuse, you sick son of a bitch. Our witness says you like to go to maternity wards and watch women in pain, in labor, and then go in the bathroom and rub one out. He likes to get women hysterical, and then he goes and rubs one out. He's a sexually dysfunctional, sadistic piece of trash. Finally, somebody's getting him. The guy said, I'm sick of sleeping with one eye open. The witness said that. You guys are making people sick. And the more you go at me, the more we get. We got, 7 names, and you don't have even one. Not even one name of the guys in our need to know. Not even one. Everybody hates you for what you've put me through. Everybody hates you. I'm repeating myself constantly, Mr. Perry. You're fucking fucktard. It's embarrassing. You embarrass the hell out of me. I wouldn't walk in a room with you for millions. You embarrass the hell out of me. You have no chance of a date with me. You've never had a date with me. You never will. But you get told on and told on and told on and told on. So we get all this, and we get it before you do it, see? You guys knew I had that. You did it anyway. So easy, it's not even fair. And the more we get, the easier it will be to get a conviction. This was used to get probable cause for a wiretap or something. Investigatory order of some sort. This one right here. We've got one of our victims that we're trying to traffic, who is in Tulsa. We need to get her to Texas so we can do more to her. How many times have we been over this, Mr. Perry? You act like every 30... We got to repeat ourselves. Because the guy's got Alzheimer's. He's like... He forgets we have it, and he'll still keep trying. And I'm like, no, we only need one, sir, to get a conviction. Just one. We'll get 20. I don't know what your jury's going to do. You think you're going to buy this one? You're not. You always buy the jury, don't you? You're not buying this one. This one's a different court. And the people that you need to convince, you're not, you know, you go around trying to convince everybody that I'm lying and you're telling them the truth. Guess what? They don't matter. The only guys that matter are the ones getting the intelligence, right? Yeah. Those are the ones you need to worry about. The ones that are actually doing the work and getting the information beforehand, not after. So, we've got these are a lot of quotes from them right here. The subject of the email, where I'm quoting what you said in great detail, very specific, as to what felony you want to do next against me. It's different when you do it to me, but it's the same every time you do it. Stuff we learned in kindergarten. Cause and effect. When you do it to me, you get caught. It's different than it is with your other victim, but it's the same every time you do it. We get it beforehand, not after. You know, kindergarten shit we all learned. Daycare. Witness statement to shrink. If he liked women, he would do what women like. She said what she likes. He does the opposite. He does the opposite. He doesn't like women. He likes deviant men. He's surrounded with deviant men. That's what he's into. Mommy issues and crap. Mommy humiliated him. He was abused as a kid. Whatever. 99.9% of the population is not a violent offender, abused or not. You just fucking can't keep up. You, David, and Calvin are pathetic. You can't keep up with everybody else. How embarrassing. How fucking embarrassing for you. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. But everybody's sick of y'all. Everybody hates your guts. And so you do what you do. And don't complain when we quote you, Calvin. Don't let her get any cash back. Was that you? How'd she get money? Don't let her get any cash back today. Get her car away from her. She better mind us. Yeah, this is the 21st century. Misogynist is not tolerated. Not now. That's why we can get information and you can't, genius. It's not hard. Everybody's sick of y'all. Everybody hates your guts. Your cruelty is your downfall. Every time we quote you, we're quoting you guys for the first time in your lives, right in the middle of a crime. Doesn't get any more, this is your downfall than that. You're just mental slows. You don't know that. You can't tell that's what's happening. It's very frustrating for everybody else to have to deal with.
We basically arrested 2 officers in this whole deal. If this happened in a traffic stop, it makes sense. If this happened on a search warrant gone wrong, it makes sense. This doesn't make sense.
Convenience store. I've known both of them. They both come in and getting coffee, and they're both really nice. Like, I would have never thought it would have happened. They would come in together. They always seemed like they were pretty close to me. I just think it's sad. Should be praying for their families.
Those are shoes that we can't fill. Nobody can. I've been doing this for a very long time, and I've never received a phone call even close to this. We'll try to put the pieces together as best we can and see what tomorrow leads to us.
Difficult is we basically almost lost 2 officers in this whole deal. If this happened in a traffic stop, it makes sense. If this happened on a search warrant gone wrong, it makes sense. This doesn't make sense.
Can you get someone over here now to 325 Gretna Green? He's back. Please.
Okay, what does he look like?
He's O.J. Simpson. I think you know his record. Could you just send somebody over here?
Okay, what is he doing there?
He just drove up here.
He just drove up.
Over.
Okay, wait a minute, what kind of car is he in?
He's in a white Bronco, but first of all, he broke the back door down to get in.
Okay, wait a minute, what's your name?
Nicole Simpson.
Okay, is he the sportscaster or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay,
Thank you.
wait a minute, we're sending the police. What is he doing? Is he threatening you?
I'm going nuts.
Okay, has he threatened you in any way, or is he just harassing you?
You're going to hear him in a minute. He's about to come in again.
Okay, just stay on the line.
I don't want to stay on the line. He's going to beat the shit.
Wait a minute, just stay on the line so we can know what's going on until the police get there, okay? Okay, Nicole?
Uh-huh.
Just a moment. Does he have any weapons?
I don't know.
Okay.
He went home. Now he's back. My kids are upstairs sleeping, and I don't want anything to happen.
Okay. Has he hit you today or no?
No.
Okay, you don't need any paramedics or anything?
Uh-uh.
Okay. You just want him to leave?
My door.